तुझसे बाबा बांधी है जीवन डोर, बांधी है जीवन डोर। दिल मेरा लगा ही रहता हर पल तेरी ओर, हर पल तेरी ओर। स्नेह प्यार की तुझसे बाबा बांधी है जीवन डोर, बांधी है जीवन तुझको सदा ही देखो, क्या से क्या बनाते हो, हर पल यही मैं सोचूं, हर पल यही मैं सोचूं। मन आंगन में अब तो बाबा, मन आंगन में अब तो बाबा, खुशियों के नाचे मोर, खुशियों के नाचे मोर। स्नेह प्यार की तुझसे बाबा बांधी है जीवन डोर, बांधी है जीवन डोर। तकदीर का ये सितारा, नाज करूं मैं भाग्य पे अपने, पाके तेरा सहारा, पाके तेरा सहारा। तेरी निगाहों में हमने देखी, तेरी निगाहों में हमने देखी स्वर्णिम युग की भोर, स्वर्णिम युग की भोर। स्नेह प्यार की तुझसे बाबा बांधी है जीवन डोर, बांधी है जीवन डोर।
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Didi, you can hear me clearly, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I take this multi-million fortune again. I'm BK Neelu from Thailand, and today's session is going to be a very interesting session. Didi's introduction needs no words. Australasia family is Didi's baby, and we are very, very fortunate that we have Didi to help clear every smallest doubt we have in this growth. And so I will not waste too much of time because today's session is a very intense session, a very interesting topic, a very, very relevant topic to today's times. And just a few little things before I give it to Didi to talk on the topic. 27th of September 2007, a peace project was started in Thailand with the topic Nonviolent Lifestyle and World Peace. And this year again, on the 21st of September, it's going to be the Peace Day celebration. And so the topic today that we are taking, peace and nonviolence, is very relevant to this. And of course, we have a lot of nice, deep, intense questions for Didi for this. While I'm reading out the questions, I'll be really slow because they are very, very deep questions. And 16 questions. Aside of these, if anyone has, please write it to me. But I don't promise that we might be able to take it up. It just depends on the time. So please don't mind it if we are not able to take up any of those extra questions. We'll try our level best. So Didi, I give it to you now to speak your views and insights on, deeper insights on peace and nonviolence.
Om Shanti. Peace is a hot topic for last few years as there is so much conflict between different countries, even in India, in different states, in religions, many different caste, creed, etc. There are conflicts and violence also, because at the moment in India, Manipur is going through very hard time. Two groups are fighting with each other. Women are burnt alive and raped. So we find this sort of a violence is very much all over the world. So everybody is seeking for peace. And we forget that peace is our original nature. And we become peaceless, tense, worried, etc. That cause loss of our peace. So I'm sure Baba, who is ocean of peace, has come to make the world peaceful, healthy, wealthy, etc. And purity is the base of peace. If we are pure, there will be definitely peace. So people have to realize that their original nature is peace. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So, Didi, should I start with the questions now?
Yes, please.
So the first question is, peace is a reflection of a spiritual consciousness. It holds the promise of a holistic way to hold the future. What does peace mean to you in this context? Didi, please guide me if you need me to repeat the question again.
No, it's all right. I've got in front of me all written question.
Ji.
Mainly when you are getting online question, that time we will may need. So the peace means no tension, no stress, no ego, and it is my original nature of the soul. Non-violence through mind, we can send silence power. Through words, we can give respect to others. And through actions, we give them cooperation. So it needs a spiritual awareness and empowerment to have non-violence.
Thank you, Didi. Your first few words were very powerful. No tension and no stress. That needs to be kept in mind, even as BKs for us also, not just for the world. And it's a feeling actually, not just in words. So I'll go to the next question now, Didi.
Yeah.
Even as BKs, we do subtle acts of non-violence through our own five sense organs of smell, taste, hearing, touch, and vision. Please elaborate what non-violence looks like in the most subtle form when it's done through our five sensory perceptions. This will help in self-reflection and self-transformation for the better world.
Baba always says, non-violence through mind, we can sense silence power. Through words, we can give respect to others. And through actions, we give them cooperation. So we have to see that we are not hurting anybody in a subtle way also. We go to next question.
It just struck me, Didi, when you answered that yes, not hurting anyone and also not getting hurt by anyone. That would also help. So question number 3, Didi, inner peace. World peace is a message in itself. How would you suggest bridging the gap towards the goal of having peace and harmony in the world, starting from the spiritual family itself, and that too within this short time?
Baba always says charity begins at home. So we have to start with Lokik family by giving them gyan, and spiritual family by unity, harmony and harmony. We should have already achieved this by this time. But if not by now, we have to have brotherly love and be soul conscious. That will help in unity and harmony.
Thank you, Didi. Next question. Since BKs are developing the strength of inner spirit to take us beyond all non-violence, even at the most subtle level, what should we be aware of in this journey where self-reflection is the key to progress?
This journey has very high destination and path is very slippery. Maya is tricky and powerful. We should not be trapped by attraction of Maya, because Maya will not allow us to have either self reflection or the inner spirit to take us beyond all non-violence.
Yes, Didi, thank you so much. We all resonate with that attraction of any kind on the outside, it just stops our journey to go within and does not help us in looking within. This is really, really very relevant to all of us as well. The next question is, as BKs, we are instruments of the Supreme and supposed to make this world a truly non-violent and peaceful world. What should we do in addition to remaining peaceful and spreading peaceful vibes?
To make world non-violent and peaceful, we should remain pure in thoughts, words, actions, and remain soul conscious. Next.
Thank you, Didi. Yes, the next is, what is the difference between peace and silence? This is genuinely a very interesting question.
Difference between peace and silence. Silence can be only verbal or sweet silence, being in a subtle world, or can be dead silence because of death of loved one. Whereas peace is our original nature, not influenced by people's nature or circumstances.
That is absolutely powerful, that silence is non-verbal, whereas peace is actually the original innate quality. That is so powerful. Thank you, Didi. Next question is, the concept of peace in the society is that of looking for it outside, while we BK look for it inside. In an ambitious society, peace and non-violence is outdated, and one believes that one must achieve at any cost. What would your advice be to all those BKs who have to thrive and survive amongst such a mindset? And what can we make our point clear and explain to non-BKs around us that will impact their way of thinking in the right direction? This is so relevant, Didi, and it's so important for us.
We non-BKs like sannyasis, sadhus go to jungles or in caves to achieve peace. And we have to explain to non-BKs not to go to satsangs and gurus to find peace, but let them realize that it is their original nature. For example, the story of a queen who was looking for her garland everywhere, but she was always wearing it, so it was in her neck. So same thing, we have to make people realize that peace is their original nature.
Yes, Didi, thank you. Thank you so much for that. Next question. With violence, there's an interference that breaks the balance of mutual respect It breeds superiority and inferiority complexes through various races, cultures, religions. What is your experience in various cultures to gently take us back to a Brahmin culture?
That's not in the part of my ninth question. Have you read the ninth question?
I'm still on 8th, Didi.
Ah, okay. Okay. It needs realization that we belong to one Father. We are brothers and sisters, and our culture is one, the same Brahman culture. Once we realize that there is no barrier, then there is good relationship.
Yes, Didi. So I'll move on to the 9th question now.
Yeah.
People inflict violence to get their point across. To say this is against Srimat at times is also a form of spiritual violence, because Srimat is for the self and not to impose on others. So, Didi, you as a senior, do what is right. How would you compromise what is right and wrong to different mindsets, even in BKs, and save them from Parmat and Shrimat?
Parmat and Manmat.
Manmat, sorry, Didi. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, it has been printed Srimat, but we don't need to save them from Srimat, Manmat. Okay. It needs realization. And how important it is, Srimat. Every day nowadays, Baba talks about importance of Srimat and avoiding Manmat and Parmat, which will trap us in Maya. So, other Brahmans, we can remind it's not violence, or we should not compromise.
Yes, Didi. So, reminding, of course, and knowing that Shrimat is the only hand that we have that can take us. Yes, Didi. So I'll move on to the next question. Question 10. Centervasis have to set the ideal example in following one direction to create harmony. But sometimes we make others do something for personal gain. This is a form of spiritual violence too, and this results in either feeling guilty for our own wrongdoing or feeling hurt by being told about their wrongdoing. These feelings become self-inflicted violence. How can we best tackle the self in such a situation?
Before we give direction to others, we have to sit and check whether it is according to Srimat or Manmat and for my selfish motive. Then there is no chance of doing anything wrong. and we will not have to repent later on. So think before what we do.
Yes, Devi. Next question, question 11. Rejection, abandonment, invalidating the presence of another, ignoring, these are all a kind of spiritual violence. A sense of belonging is in the nature of every human soul to grow and to bloom. How can we prevent the pain of expectations, blames, and demands?
To prevent pain of expectation, blame, and demands, we should sit and discuss sweetly and lovingly and explain why it is not possible to fulfill their demands, what is reality and what is possible. So by sweetly explaining, they will not be hurt.
Diti has been doing that so well for years. So definitely that comes from a great experience and a lot of practice required for all of us, of course. Next question, question number 12. To see and yet not see, to listen and yet not listen, is a Srimad of Supreme. What is the correlation of this Srimad with peace and non-violence? How can we practice this? And what are the signals in our actions and behaviors that we are achieving this in our day-to-day practical life?
Baba always says, don't listen evil. If anybody speaks evil, listen through one ear and take out through other ear. And he also says, don't see evil. Because nowadays, people have nature of gossiping. It wastes everybody's time, my time, and their time. So don't listen. And nowadays, we should not see the films, TV, dirty porn, advertisement, etc. Because that is also waste of our time, and our mind will be thinking about it afterwards. So waste thoughts later on. So we have to be careful in our day-to-day practical life.
Yes, Devi. And as hard as it may seem, but this is probably the only way. So next question, question number 13. Parachintan and Paradarshan can lead to disturbance within, which is a form of self-violence. Please guide us with powerful tools to avoid doing this.
To avoid parchintan, gently tell the person, I'm not interested in this topic. Or give some excuse that I have appointment or someone is at the door. If you are on a phone, you can avoid that. Pardarshan, by seeing someone's defect or beauty or ugliness, we waste our time thinking about it, or sometimes we follow their weakness, and so we have to avoid Paradarshan. So we have to sensible and be conscious that this is the final time and very valuable. We can't afford to waste our time. Next.
Yes, Didi. So yes, this is also a very important thing, reminding ourselves where are we standing, what time we are standing right now at in the whole cycle. So next question is question number 14. How do forgiveness work in settling karmic accounts due to violence towards each other of any type?
Forgiveness does help us to settle certain amount of karmic account, but best to settle karmic account is the yoga power. And try to tell others, I am sorry what I have done to you.
Yes, Didi. So I'm saying yes, Didi, and the next question is also saying, normally yes man try to please others to be accepted. Are they considered a self-violent person?
Yes, they are considered as self-violent person because they are killing their own consciousness and trying to please others.
Thank you. That was a great reminder, Didi. The last question, and then after that, I will go chronologically on the screen for the questions that have come up today. So this is the 16th question. The seed of violence is our relationship with ourself by remaining in my own past. Does it mean self-healing is the only way to heal the world? What is your thought about this?
Yes, self-healing is one of the means to heal the world, but as well as yoga, shakas needs to be there to heal the world. So we have to send shakas to heal the world, and that will help in healing self as well as others. You are on mute.
Okay, sorry. Yes. So we've now finished our 16 questions. I'll go chronologically on the questions received now. So, Didi, if you feel that I need to repeat the question, please let me know and I will repeat the question again for you. The first one is, Om Shanti Didi, how do we not getting ourselves deceived into believing that we are seeing the virtues or specialities of others on the basis of their original deity sanskars through the stage of soul consciousness and not in the form of attraction to those?
Yes, we have to be soul conscious, but Baba always says, when you see anybody's virtues, you should remind that Baba has made them virtuous. So we will not be attracted or impressed by that person. Otherwise, we get attracted and impressed by that person, and that is also impurity. So that's what we have to keep in mind. Always keep Baba in mind.
Thank you, Didi. That is actually so true. And even today's Murli Baba said that when you see someone's virtues, you should actually remember who's the one who's given them the virtues. So yes, that was a powerful reminder. The next question, Om Shanti Didi, for the Laukiks, to pay attention means sometimes to be agitated, to hurry up to do things at a fast speed. This may not be healthy for the body or mind, especially in a tamoguni environment. How is this different from a Brahmin who has the speciality in their sanskar of paying attention without tension?
Main thing is Brahman has to balance their life so that they don't have to rush and run all the time. And once we have balance, we will be blissful and we will be receiving the blessings. So Baba always says, stay in a family, do karma yoga, but give time to meditation, murli, etc.
Didi, you
Oh,
are an epitome of balance of love and law. So we have a living example in front of us, definitely something we all thrive every single day to be like. Next question. Om Shanti Didi. When the land that we live in becomes false, does it mean that everything that is experienced in this land, especially sorrow, is also false? And when we experience happiness of the land on truth, in a second, Baba changes of attitude, vision, and intellect into divinity in a second? Let me know, Didi, if you want me to repeat the question.
second part you repeat.
Since there's no full stop, there are only commas, I'll just repeat the whole question. When the land that we live in becomes false, does it mean that everything that is experienced in this land, especially sorrow, is also false? And when we experience happiness of the land of truth, in a second, Baba changes of attitude, vision, and intellect into divinity in a second?
When we are living in the land of falsehood, naturally everything is false, but the sorrow we experience is real because we experience it. Now, what happens is Baba does give us the experience of the land of truth, but that is through vision, and it will be reality in Satyug.
So, as of now, it will be a reality through vision, but in Satyug, of course, we'll be living it physically also. So, that was actually the second part of the question by the same person. So, now I'll move on to the next one. How can we go beyond the sound without being affected by the sound?
It needs total detachment from the environment to go beyond sound, because this is the world of sound. We are always surrounded by spiritual sound, yogic sound. So we have to go beyond, to go beyond sound.
Okay. Next question. Om Shanti. Having dreams of war, fighting, and killing the enemy in dreams, is this violence or sin committed?
No, dreams are your subconscious mind. It's not reality. It's just a dream. So it's not violence.
Yes. Next question, Didi. Please give practical ways how to apply soul consciousness on a daily basis to maintain peace.
To maintain on daily basis peace, we have to remember our original nature. Again and again remind Om Shanti, I am peaceful soul. I am a peaceful soul. I come from land of peace, and I will be going to land of peace. So it just needs reminding.
Yes, Didi. The next question is Om Shanti Didi Ji. I'm trying to maintain peaceful stage. Sometimes others take advantage to misuse me. Didi Ji, when I understand their cunning thinking, I feel worry and also angry with them. How to protect myself?
When anybody tries to misuse your silence, you should not get disturbed. If you are getting disturbed, it means you are not really peaceful. So I should have been in Master Almighty stage, not influenced by circumstances or people's behavior.
Yes, Steve. Next one. Baba says, our service is to make myself free from obstacles and make others the same. Can Didi explain this?
Will you repeat?
Baba says, our service is to make myself free from obstacles and make others the same. Can Didi explain this?
Because after we belong to Baba, sometimes we think Baba will do everything. No, but I have to have practice Baba's teaching. Obstacles will come to go away, and when they see that we are almighty, obstacles will not be able to affect us. It is like seeing the fire from the top of the mountain, you won't be affected. Same thing, obstacles we have to cross the mountains of obstacles and everything will be okay.
Yes, Didi. So now this is the second last question. Dear Didi, at Lokik school, we are taught that such so-called freedom fighters as Bhagat Singh, Chandra Bose, George Washington, and John Brown, and our heroes are our heroes, but they used much violence to get their political aims. What to do when our family and even some BK media presentations make much of these people and praise them on Independence Days?
Logic people, media people, they see what these people have achieved through their violence and they are impressed by. Sorry, I got cold.
Oh.
So they are feeling impressed by those heroes. So it's all right. We know what is true non-violence. We know what we have to fight and how to fight our enemy. Our enemy is only Maya. And Gandhiji fought with everybody in a non-violent way. So we have example of Mahatma Gandhi as a non-violent hero.
Okay, Didi. So now we have one more. So now this one is the second last. What would be my experience if my Amrit Vela is powerful? Another one has come. So what would be my experience if my Amrit Vela is powerful?
If your Amrit Vela is powerful, you will feel as if you are showered by Baba's love or peace or happiness or bliss or one of these Baba's powers. You will feel you are being showered by that, and at the end, you will be that person, loveful or peaceful or happy.
Yes, Didi, and it will reflect during the day in all of my
Our
challenges.
activities.
Yes, Didi. So the next is how to maintain peace during betrayals and defamations.
Baba says, don't listen. So listen through one ear, take out through other. So that is defamation. But when you are betrayed in your relationship, just think these are Kal-yugi people who are not really faithful. Baba is the only faithful one who will love me unconditionally. So keep relying on Baba rather than logics who are not faithful.
Yes, Didi. The song that was played in the starting, that is such a beautiful song to all the time feel that we are just completely tied in the knot of love with Baba. Next is, Didi, I wake up on time and sleep on time, but unable to feel powerful at Amrit Vela. Can Didi share how to make Amrit Vela powerful?
To make Amrit Vela powerful, before night, plan your Amrit Vela. What am I going to get from Baba? And turn on that in the morning, or read some Avyakt version before sitting in Amrit Vela, and remain fresh. Main thing, you must have 6 hours sleep and remain fresh. Then you will become powerful.
Thank you, Didi. So now we have few more questions. Do you want me to take those up? Around 3 or 4 more questions.
Yeah, we can have until 6 o'clock.
Okay. So the next one is Om Shanti. When sleeping, still conscious, this is the attack of evil spirits. Killing the evil spirit is violence?
When you feel evil spirit is attacking, sit down and tell yourself, I am Master Almighty. This spirit can't do me anything. Baba is with me. So give order to that spirit to go away, just as that song is there, that Baba is my companion. So nothing is difficult.
Yes, Didi. So next question, I don't want to study my Lokik study, but as per Baba's direction, I have to study. If I don't want to study, I am tired to go there and study. Didi, what is your direction to handle situation?
You have to complete your degree, because this is the world where degree is considered as a value. And if your parents are not happy, family is not happy that you are giving up study, that is not good. Whatever money they have paid, you have to fulfill their desire. So consider that also as your duty, to keep your parents happy.
Okay. Next is, Didi, can you share how to make evening yoga powerful and what should I experience if my evening yoga is powerful?
Whenever you sit for meditation, it should be powerful. If you maintain soul conscious stage throughout the day, then evening yoga will be powerful. And as Amritvela, we need to have that aim that this is the time I have to receive this power or other power. So if you sit with the aim, it will be powerful.
Yes, Didi, this is actually really very, very small thing. But yes, having an aim objective is so important, because unless we set the aim, then we don't know what to experience if we've got no aim. So even for any small yoga that we sit, we must keep a small little aim. Thank you for this really powerful reminder, Didi. That brings us to the last question. Didi ji, our Madhuban resting time is 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. But normally I want to go to sleep morning time when I'm not having any service. Otherwise, if I have to do any service, I do, but I couldn't sleep in Madhuban resting time. I feel a bit worry about it. What to do, Didi ji?
Why you should worry? If you don't want to rest, don't rest. Go in Baba's room and remember Baba. Nobody forces you to go and rest.
Okay. So with that, we have finished all our questions, Didi. Is there any closing statement that you'd like to give for all of us? Something that we'd like to take back and just hold on in our minds and hearts?
Brahman life is to remain happy and intoxicated. Problems will come, obstacles will come, karmic account have to be cleared at this last birth. So don't worry about it. Don't feel bad about it. Remain happy that tomorrow I am going to be the ruler of the world. So keep on doing service. Okay?
Okay. Yes, Didi.
So,
Thank you so much.
we'll have few minutes meditation
Yes.
and say goodbye to everybody.
Yes, so today's session was powerful, and what we take back is that spiritual growth means that balance, and it's the only reconciliation between things that may seem very opposite in nature, but balance is the key to everything to remain peaceful in all situations. Thank you, Didi, as always, and thank you, family, and thank you, Pure Bhai and Sister La and everyone. Thank you. Om Shanti.
सब कुछ तो मिल गया है तुझे चाहने के बाद सब कुछ तो मिल गया तो मिल गया है तुझे चाहने के बाद। जो दिल की थी वो हसरत कर दी है हमने अर्पण। तेरे समीप आए तो हो गए समर्पण, तो हो गए समर्पण।
Om Shanti, everybody. We'll see you next Sunday.